Pitbull Cruz has always been a name that was highly sought after since he fought Tank Davis. But now Oscar Duarte has said that out of all the champions and guys that he could fight, he would like to fight Isaac Cruz at 140. That would be the fight that he would prefer over Matias and even over Gary Antoine Russell. He said that Isaac Cruz is the fight that he actually prefers out of all those guys. I think that's the first time I've actually heard him say that. I'm not too sure. But as far as I can remember, this is one of the first times I've actually heard him say that. Ever since then, he fought Ryan Garcia, meaning Oscar Duarte. He's just been trying to bounce back and establish himself at 140. And he has, with wins over Jojo Diaz, stoppage over Mariano, and a win over Sims recently, this past weekend. Looks like he's trying to hunt down some more guys at 140. He wants to establish himself as one of the best. Definitely doesn't want to just fight anybody. I mean, he will fight anybody, but because he has been fighting anybody. I will say that. When you fight a guy that Keyshawn couldn't stop, and you stop and make it look easy, it's a huge difference as far as where he was with the Ryan fight and where he's at now. So him saying Pitbull Cruz, I don't think he's just saying this to get some names out there or the news flowing. I think that that's a fight he actually wants to have. And Pitbull Cruz, he's been open to a lot of fights. Style-wise, it's a very good fight. They fight very similar. Actually, when I first did my video of Oscar Duarte before he fought Ryan Garcia, when they first announced those guys would actually fight, I said that he actually reminded me of Pitbull in a lot of ways. Don't necessarily fight the exact same, but it's similar in a lot of ways. Similar build. As far as the height, reach, everything else. Duarte is not as tall as they try to make it seem. He's a tall guy, but not as tall as they make it seem. But he's a good size though. And Pitbull Cruz, he's not far off from what I've seen. Fight the same. Pitbull is kind of more built like Nick Ball than he is Duarte. I would say that. But that would be a good matchup. I will actually say that. That would be a good matchup. We'll never see, possibly, as far as I know, we'll never see Nick Ball fight Isaac Cruz. They're too far apart in weight classes. But a Duarte versus Pitbull fight, that's something that boxing needs. We haven't had too many matchups like that recently. I think a matchup a lot of people overlooked, I said it this past week, it's possibly the fight of the night, was Jojo Diaz and Prograis. And that's the fight everybody's talking about. And that was fight of the night. If these guys fight each other, it will be fight of the night. Guaranteed. I know it would. And it could possibly end in a stoppage. Seeing either one of these guys get stopped. You know, we've seen Duarte get stopped, but that was by Ryan Garcia. So seeing him get stopped again, or Pitbull, that would be a statement. Because I think that would be Pitbull's first time getting stopped if he was able to get stopped. They have a lot of power to be able to do it. They throw enough punches. Style, Mexican style. Two Mexican warriors going at it. That would definitely be a good fight. I think a lot of people need to look into that. Because I've heard Duarte's name floating around recently, and people are starting to catch on to the wins he's starting to tally up. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.